Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jes. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The Tarp Report with Sam and Jes and Mary,
Hello.
Sam's mom. Our most frequent guest. I think Brittany's been on twice. I think this is my mom's
Brittany's been on more than
fourth
twice.
time. No, I think she's been on like two or three times tops.
Yeah, okay, that's more than twice.
Maybe three. You're right. 3 is more than twice.
That's more than 2.
We're off to a banger start here.
Holy shit, where did my coffee go?
I don't know. I don't think you got it.
Oh my God, I'm forgetting everything.
Go get
what
your
a
coffee
mess.
and I'll introduce our guest.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. I
Okay.
have to remember where I put it.
My mom, Mary Sunland. Give it up for Mary.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with the situation, she lives
The
below us.
situation.
She lives below us. We have a split level house. She walks upstairs and she does this thing where she says that we really need to talk about something, and she could just say it, but she primes the pump. We talked about that the other day.
Yes.
That you don't need to do that.
Right.
So, yeah. Oh, that's a thing that's not on the list that we need to talk about once Jes figures out what's going on with her life. Cleaned out the garage.
Hold on. Let's go back. First of all, I just realized how much you need me.
Yeah. I can't turn to. Yeah.
I don't. Where the F did I put my It was right here.
Oh, is it that little cup right there by the plant?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Go grab it real quick.
No. Hold on. Mary said something that I forgot. That's okay. You guys are really bad at that, so welcome. What was in the garage? Mary lives.
A bunch of trash.
Mary lives in the garage.
No,
is
Mary
what just
doesn't
happened.
Mary lives in the basement that we turned into a nice house for her.
Right.
So it's
It's
got
basically,
water. Yeah. It's got bread.
Nice.
It has a bathroom. It has
that's
a
so
washer
essential.
and dryer.
It
has an IKEA kitchen. It has 2 bedrooms.
An IKEA
it
kitchen.
has a door that shuts to the upstairs.
I feel like the most important.
I have her
Yes.
2 pictures, one for poo poo and one for pee pee, and I wrote IKEA on them.
Nice. So you have an IKEA bathroom as well.
Yeah, she has an IKEA bathroom.
Nice.
And she has a hot plate, which is nice.
For what?
She can cook grilled cheeses on an iron like she's in prison.
That's really nice.
That's
but
what she likes.
But she has a IKEA kitchen.
Yes.
Mm.
Designed
Yeah, she has an IKEA
by
kitchen.
IKEA, and it's very efficient. It's what
It's nicer
I
than
like.
I
upstairs.
was gonna say this situation sounds nicer than my house.
You've been to my house, haven't you?
I've been. Yeah, you've invited me to your house.
You've never actually been inside
You've never
my
invited
house.
me in your home.
Oh, I feel like an asshole.
I
You're
know.
one of my
You
closest
literally
friends,
just
like, for real.
yeah, I know. You were just like, Lynette, come on over. Brittany and I will ride together, and you can blah blah blah. I bet Lynette's been inside your house. Actually, I know she has because I've seen video of it.
Yeah, we did. We were
I'm
watching
fine.
basketball.
I'm fine. It doesn't hurt.
I'll have you come. I don't know, like you don't want to
Just
watch
a tour.
basketball.
Can I get a tour?
There's not a lot to it.
You just said there's 2 houses inside your house.
There is, but one of them's my mom's, and it's a lot nicer than ours. Our house, I don't know. Your house is like a lot cleaner than my house.
No, well, it's because Josh always cleans. Well, he literally last night he was like, okay, we got to get the clothes because I don't want the same clothes to be out that have been out since last week.
I don't know. We like, it's not terrible. I think our house is somewhere in the middle of the house spectrum.
I feel like
Cleanliness.
Well, you're talking about 2 children, 2 adults who have very busy lives.
Yeah.
And you have 3 pets, 2 cats,
Yeah.
a dog.
Oh.
Things get put everywhere.
Yeah. On the spectrum between like hoarders and Martha Stewart, we're like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm not pooping in a bucket and saving it.
Okay, but that was my childhood. I didn't have a choice, Sam.
What about pooping in a bucket? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're okay. I used to poop in a bucket when we were out fishing. We dump it out.
Yeah. My child, it was just like fishing.
Yeah, just like fishing.
Same thing.
You're in a boat.
I was joking.
Did you not poop in a bucket? I think you told me you didn't have running water for a while.
No, I was gonna say I was joking, but I was hoping that you would take it as a joke and we would just move on. But
yeah, you really did poop in a bucket though.
A few times.
Yeah.
I remember once I had to use a hat to wipe.
Oh,
what kind of hat? Like a beanie?
No, like a brimmed hat, like a regular, like a cap, like a baseball cap.
That must have been weird.
And well, it didn't feel great.
I'm just trying to think how you would do that. Was it like a soft hat?
It was a baseball hat. I mean, it was.
A baseball hat. I don't know why I was thinking. I think it's because it's West Virginia. I was imagining like
a cowboy hat.
Like a cowboy hat. I was like, how do you wipe your hats with a cowboy hat? And also, you want to see a mad cowboy?
Like that would be
he'd be like,
that would be a pissed off.
God damn it, Jess! I told you it's my only hat.
That was a really good accent.
Thank you. I'm pretty good at it.
I don't.
Son of a bitch.
It's more like that. Sounds more like Texan.
Jess is like, stop wiping your ass with my goddamn hat.
That's my hat.
That's my hat.
That's my toilet paper hat.
That's my.
I wipe my ass with that hat.
Yeah, there's only one man on this God's green earth that can wipe their ass. Okay, I'm taking it too far. That's
too far.
Enough.
I was just like, oh my God. Well, there are actually these podcasts that I've been listening to. They're all like Vanderpump podcast, of course. But like there are these two podcasts that I really want to listen to because they put out like 4 or 5 podcasts a week. And like, so it's just like, it's total content, but it's just them like reenacting the episodes with silly voices. And sorry, and that's what that reminded me of. I
want to know something too, because my mom. What was the worst thing? Did you ever have to wipe your ass with weird stuff when you were a kid?
Good question. Really good question.
Did you always have toilet paper?
Really hard hitting.
We always had toilet paper. Oh. The issue at my house was that there was one bathroom and there were 9 children and 2 adults.
Oh my God.
So there was at times a lineup outside the bathroom.
Yeah. Because we only have one bathroom here and there's only 4 of us. So I can't even imagine. Yes. Luckily none of us have had to poop in a bucket yet.
Mm-hmm. Now, it was a farm. Yeah. The guy, my brothers could whiz outside. That's no big deal. But, but for the rest of your business, you need a bathroom.
Yeah, tell them, Mom.
Yes. With the toilet, the flushes.
Yeah, good stuff. But were you guys poor? Did you guys have?
Yes. I didn't realize it at the time.
She just said we had one bathroom for 9 people. Yeah.
I didn't realize it at the time because everyone, we're talking, growing up in the 50s and 60s and living on a farm, everybody operated the way we did. You had a bunch of kids and, we wore uniforms at school because we went to parochial school, so there wasn't a lot. And you couldn't go shopping. Where in the hell would you go shopping? We didn't have Target or
oh my God, I would have died.
Walmart or anything like that. I mean, the clothes that you had were handed down from the older one ahead of you. So, yeah.
Who's the oldest?
Pete.
Did you have to wear like
No,
clothes?
I never wore his clothes. There were only 2 girls. That was the advantage.
That's nice.
Just 2 girls. And I think Connie might have worn some of my clothes.
How much younger is Connie than you?
Connie is there's Paul in between us. It goes Pete, Mary, Paul, Connie.
Wait, there are
so
2
you're the
Marys?
second oldest.
Oh, wait.
Oldest, the oldest.
And also
girl.
she goes by, and you know what that's funny? They call her Lou or Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
That's what they call her.
I prefer Lou. When I'm in Ohio, I go by Lou.
I have a Mary Lou.
You got a Mary Lou.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? It's almost like if you grow up and you don't have any money, the one thing they can give you is an extra name. They'll be like,
those are free.
Listen, we can't afford clothes or another bathroom, but check this out. Mary Lou. You can have that one. That Lou is for you. That's what they say.
But I like that name, and I'm referred to as Aunt Lou. Aunt Lou, when I go home, and that's what I answer to at home. But I've either Mary Lou, some of my cousins call me that, or I go with my close family. I go by Lou.
Yeah.
Cute.
Fascinating stuff.
Really.
This is what we're
really
doing.
fucking. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You were worried about not having anything
know what's
to talk
crazy?
about.
I swear, like when me and Jess, when it's just us, by this time we're already very angry with each other. And Jess is mad at me because I don't seem to care about her car enough. I'm mad at Jess because
I don't
she's skinny.
care. I just don't care enough
Yeah.
about him
Yeah,
in general.
that's what it is. Jess still does not have a car.
Car update. Ba-da-dum-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, Cargate. Oh, what day is it?
2025.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2024.
Yeah, but that's all right because you have a wagon and a horse, and
I fucking wish I had a horse and a wagon.
that'd be sick.
At this point, like, I would do anything for a horse and wagon.
Yeah. What's the update? What have you heard?
There is no update.
Oh my God. How long has it been?
No,
now? It's
that's
been
not
like
true.
a month.
I am
right?
waiting. It's now, we have passed the month mark
Oh my
of
God.
not having a vehicle, that they have had it. I finally got a message from the GM. He said that he can't do anything. They're moving it to an insurance issue, and I'm waiting now for the Meineke Insurance Company to call me and
God.
deal with me.
So if you didn't know this,
I don't know this. Fill me in.
so Jess got some car maintenance done on her car at Meineke.
My coolant light came on.
The coolant light came in.
Okay.
She took it to Meineke, and then she was driving on I-5 towards Seattle in the express lane,
Oh, shoot.
and the car essentially exploded. Like she blew the engine.
Melted.
It
Melted the engine.
Yeah, because they screwed something up, and it's been like she hasn't had her car in a month. I think what they're doing is they're just gonna. I think it's all made up, and they're just gonna like.
No, it's real. I don't have a car.
Oh no, that part's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the no car part's real.
I really can't drive.
No, I think they're just making up scenarios, and like they're gonna slow roll it until you give in and just buy another car, and you're like, well,
I'm not gonna.
yeah.
'Cause I don't have that kind of money. I don't think so. I think that they're incompetent, and I don't think that I think that they're understaffed, and
Yeah.
I think that it's a big ass job, and it bigger than them, and that they just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Now, at this point, is Meineke just going to pay for a new engine, or
Yes.
are they going to?
Yeah.
They're going to
Yeah, they're paying for
through
the
their
engine.
insurance.
You gotta
Yes.
wait for the insurance though.
No, they're paying for the engine for sure.
But shouldn't
What
that
I'm
just
going-
be all on their end? Why do you have to be involved in that part?
No,
If they're
what
getting you a new
the
engine?
insurance company is going to pay, they're going to reimburse me for my tow, which was like $600.
Oh,
Jeez,
okay.
Lord.
Yeah.
And then I did get a rental. We had a rental for a week, and so I'm going to try and get them to reimburse me for that. And then the back of my car is damaged because I had pushed off of the highway by somebody else's vehicle.
It would have pushed a lot easier if
If
she
I
had put it in neutral.
neutral.
Which is an
But
important
still, panic is a real thing.
Yeah, I think this guy in this truck, he had a truck, right? He was like
He was
peeling
like,
out
what?
behind
Yeah,
Jess.
he's like, what the fuck?
God, this thing is just hard to get
my
going.
God, it's so embarrassing. That's literally like I have like serious like
She was
PTSD about
freaking
that.
out. Like it was,
What?
I mean, it's the express lane, Mom.
I know.
It's
Yeah,
the
on the
worst
fucking
place to
highway.
break down. There's no
No
shoulders. And
kidding.
shit. And
Yeah.
people are like,
Oh,
you know,
Jess, I'd be in the psych ward of Western State.
that's where she was headed. So
Wild.
yeah, some
But
nice fellas stopped though, and
Pushed me. But like
Yeah.
literally when I think about it, one of the first thoughts that I have is, why didn't you just put it in neutral?
you know,
But it's like also that's not a thing that I knew.
this
You said
stuff-
you said it like it's did you put it in neutral? And like I think that that's a thing that like boys know. But like
I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's just
I don't know.
Experience.
Maybe a car thing.
Well, how can you think clearly
Right.
when you're being
I'm literally
in that
like
situation?
it's like they're just cars flying by, and like unless he was,
You're
wish
lucky to be alive.
if for real, like if one little thing had been just a tiny bit different, if somebody hadn't seen in just like the right time, like
I pride myself, and it's just not something a lot of people do. I don't know what percentage of the population is, but you can ask my mom. Like, I do really well in crises. Like, I'm able to shut my brain down. Like, I think I don't have a choice. Maybe I don't do well in crisis because my brain shuts down. But when my brain kind of shuts down, I go into like this automatic response.
right.
And a lot of
But
times
I didn't. But like putting it in neutral is not information that I
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
So like that's not something that I knew. So you're telling me to think of something that I didn't.
Oh, I'm not
know.
saying that, and it's
I
all.
didn't
This
know
is
that
all
like
hindsight. I'm
I
just
didn't know like
curious.
to
No.
push a car that you had to put it in neutral.
No, this isn't.
You know what I'm
me-
saying?
This isn't me like accusing you of.
No.
not
I'm just saying
thinking
I didn't
clearly.
know. Yeah, I couldn't think. I couldn't think
Yeah.
of that I needed to put it in neutral
'Cause you
because I
can
didn't
ask-
know that.
My mom, I don't know. I've never told this story on the podcast, but what was it, like 7 or 8 years ago when I gave you like the Heimlich?
Yes.
You did tell me this.
Did I tell about? I don't think I talked
Yes.
about it on the podcast though. We did. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was a situation where, like I was scared immediately when I realized that she was choking, and I saw the look of fear in her eyes. But right when that happened, it's like my brain shut down, and then luckily I have all that CPR like training,
Right.
and I did it. And this is the weird thing.
Practice it. You
Right.
I practice it all the
Exactly.
time.
Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you
Yeah.
have that information. Like
Yeah.
I used to be a firefighter. Like I used to be an EMT. Like I
Yeah.
in those situations, like I can do it. Like I can
Yeah.
be calm. Just like when you go on stage. Like when I'm off stage, like I'm a fucking mess. But like I can
It's all
usually
just getting reps.
I can usually focus it and like
But this is where it's kind of strange, though, right? Is it what happens to me? So with that Heimlich thing, like, I think it was the day after I was driving, and I just broke down crying. Like I realized that I was
Right.
like that's when it like hit me,
Hit
and it's
you.
always been like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
When like crazy stuff happens, is like while the stuff is going on, I'm always proud of how I'm able to like think clearly. Because I'm able to separate myself from that situation. Because it's almost like I can't deal with it, so I have to separate myself from the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
And then, like the next day, I go back into myself, and I'm like,
yeah, that's why like firefighter.
no.
That's why like paramedics and like when there's a big event or something like that, they debrief. Like you gotta because everybody goes into that fight or flight, and you gotta focus and you gotta work.
Yeah.
But then you also have to deal with what the fuck you just went through.
I think that I wish I would have been there with you, because I think that because I've had
Just if anybody could have just knocked that just right in a neutral for
but
me.
you know, even that, when you think about the whole situation though, like not putting it in neutral is not the. I don't know. I don't know what Meineke is about. I don't know what their GM is about. It just seems like it's been a month. It's wild. And I know somebody said in the YouTube comments, they're like, you know, it takes a while to take an engine bag on. It doesn't take a month.
I was like, I was like, a month? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, if you just stop being rude to the mechanic, and I'm like,
Somebody else said that?
listen. Yeah, and I'm like, listen, I'm not.
She's
like,
not being
every
that
time,
rude. She's
I'm
more
not
rude
being
in here.
rude.
She doesn't go over there and scream. She screams at me because she knows that.
I don't get like I don't
matter.
literally the worst that I do is I go over there and I start crying. And I'm like, I just want my car.
For the record, I want you guys to know something. Like Jess talks to me a certain way, but
Oh,
we've
yeah.
been on the road together and we've been at restaurants.
I would never.
I have never heard her raise her voice to another person.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I would
Except
never.
to me.
Right, because I just fuck with you and,
Yeah.
and we're friends.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I don't like to take up space, so I would never. But like even like I will go over there every other day because I'm like, no, just let them work, let them get some work done. I don't want to bother them and I also know that it's a very fine line that I'm walking.
How do you do in like situations like that?
Well, initially when I was first in nursing, I was working at a coronary care unit, and those kinds
Coronary.
of coronary,
That's
like
heart.
people who had heart attacks
Yeah.
would be in the coronary care unit. And
Dangerous heart attack.
in the hospital, you practice doing codes.
Yeah.
So you practice
Is there a
all
code
these
black?
things so that there's actually, this is interesting. There's a code red, which means fire.
Fire?
A code blue.
Wait, fire?
Fire means,
Fire, like something's definitely happened.
So when they
Like something's
Something's
on
on
fire?
fire.
Shh. When they page
The
over the
hospital's on fire.
hospital intercom, they say code red and they give a location. If it's a code blue, they give a location, and code blue means somebody's either had a stroke, a heart attack, they're passed out, they need immediate medical assistance. Code green is at a psychiatric hospital. And our code greens
That means you
meant
got to smoke some weed and
no,
chill
no.
out.
Get high,
no.
baby.
Oh, code green.
Code green
I'm
meant
so stoned.
we need help. A person is out of control, and we need to have
Code
a
green,
show
code
of
green, code green, code green.
force, or we need to do a takedown.
Yeah.
restrain
let's
somebody.
go.
So code red, code blue, code green.
Jess's
everybody
nickname
knows
in
what
high
they
school is
mean.
Code Green. That's what they called her. It's bad. So you know
I know
because you
what it
practice
feels
that
like.
stuff, but you're
And
scared
I
when
was
it's going
smoking,
on, right?
No,
No, 'cause
no.
you trained.
You disconnect.
Wait, when
Just
you
like
were
you
smoking?
said.
No, listen. When
Code red, code red, code red.
if it's a code blue, you go into autopilot. You know the right things to do. And then when it's over, that's when the nurses I was working with, we'd go in the break room and have a cigarette. You
Do some
know,
more crosstops.
calm down. Yeah.
Relax. Oh
Yes.
my God, a cigarette.
Or
sounds
now, or
amazing.
eat something.
Right.
Do a line.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
a line.
No.
Think about what the hell just
so
happened.
stressed.
No, that wasn't an issue when I was.
Not for you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you didn't get scared that they were gonna die?
You can't.
That's
I'm not talking to you.
present. I
know
mean,
you're not.
anybody can die at any time.
Whoa.
Well, how are you going to
Period.
sit here and say that you go into this fight or flight and that you focus up and you're able to
I don't
do all
go
of
into
these
fight or
things?
flight.
You
I go
do
into
though.
no, I
You-
feign. That's what it is. It's not.
But you
fight or,
are
it's
able
fight,
to- and
flight,
then you're
freeze,
saying-
feign, and I feign, which is
Okay.
I just go through the motions.
Right, but so that's what nurses.
That's why I'm asking her that. I'm
But
asking
you're
her,
like,
is
but
she
you just
scared
said
in
that
what
like,
she does?
yeah,
No.
but you said yeah,
No,
and you're like,
it's
how can you not be
autopilot.
She
scared? She's
doesn't.
not going to die.
I'm curious. I wanted to know because if I was
that
working
you
in a
are,
hospital,
the same way that you're able to just like
Hey,
focus up.
listen.
I was scared she was going to
Not-
die when I did
When
the
you were doing the
Heimlich.
Heimlich.
Yeah, but I just
But
didn't
you
think
just do
about
it,
it for a
yeah,
minute.
exactly,
I thought
because
about
you
it
have
later.
to do things scared.
Yeah, you want to know what else is funny? When I gave her the Heimlich, she farted. It's true.
It's got to come out
I got
somewhere,
it. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of wild. And that's I tell this story all the time that when I gave her the Heimlich, I know I've talked about it on the podcast before. We have a lot of new listeners because my
don't.
brain,
You
We
hope.
really don't.
because
You
my
hope.
brain, listen, because my brain was shut down when I gave her the Heimlich. Her boobs bounced on my arm,
Ew.
and I hated it,
Yeah.
and I still do.
Well, you should talk about it.
To a psychiatrist
Yeah,
or
to
a mental
a
health
I
fucking-
should
yeah,
talk to my
therapist.
shrink. I talked to my shrink yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't bring
Well,
that up.
Okay.
We're dealing with other stuff.
Hey, never mind. I was
Yeah.
going to say it's just going to get worse as I get older, Sam.
No.
You
Yeah,
might
those
end up
boobs are just-
taking care of me in the basement.
Those boobs are just going to get longer and longer.
I hate you so
Like,
much
what?
right
Well,
now.
it's just like they're just going to get worse.
Gravity.
You are so. This is my mother.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, gravity
Listen.
works 24/7.
Not on Jess. Jess
Nah.
is not affected by gravity as much as other people because there's less mass to pull down. She's almost immune. To
wow.
gravity.
Was that a tits joke?
I
Did
think
you just
Jess
make
can
a
fly.
joke
I didn't
about
make a
my
joke about your-
goddamn tits? Yeah. I'm going to
didn't.
call them tits and make it
I
real
didn't.
fucking uncomfortable.
I didn't make a joke about
Your tits.
I don't like to say it. I know. I hated it too. Ugh. Mom.
you did.
This is the guy that just posted up about nipples.
Right.
all
Yeah, he loves
over.
nipples.
Yes,
Loves
there
them,
you
loves
go.
them.
Not all nibbles.
Okay.
That's, ugh.
Wow, this may be the shortest podcast we've ever had.
The Hellcat.
I'm moving on. Oh yeah. So what is this Hellcat in Belltown? Is this person that got? They were trying to find this person, right?
Yes. So if you're not, this is so funny, and like I don't know why, but for some reason I am fascinated, and I am drawn into this Hellcat in Belltown. There's this car.
Tell my mom what a Hellcat is.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Have you seen it? And like, there's this car in Seattle that is like souped up, and it is loud. This. And it is going around, and this guy, he's like some 20-year-old kid, and he is just terrorizing the entire city.
And by terrorizing, it means minorly inconvenience them with volume.
But it's like shake your windows like at like 4 a.m. and
it's interesting. Right. We've gone full circle on cars. You're being terrorized by your car.
Yeah, on the car noise spectrum.
That's true.
Yeah. On the car noise spectrum, we have
the car show.
The Belltown Hellcat. And then all the way to completely silent,
which is my Volkswagen Tiguan.
Is that how you say it?
Tiguan?
Yeah, I think that's a problem. You shouldn't own cars you can't pronounce.
Tiguan.
Yeah. It's not even a German name.
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so like this car, so it's just going around terrorizing everyone in Seattle. He has like an Instagram following, of hundreds of, thousands of people. And everybody is just like glued and just seeing, and he's like recording everything, watching where he's going. And they haven't been able, he's not really doing anything wrong, you know, other than like there's like some noise ordinance. Like,
does he come down Broadway a lot? Do you hear him?
I haven't seen him. No,
he's got to come down Broadway, Capitol Hill. You got to go to Broadway.
I don't even know, but I don't know. Cause I don't know if that's the time.
Yeah.
But, so they've just been like trying to get him and like they pulled him over and they tested the noise, and they said it is equal to that of a diesel train. Like, that's fucking insane. And he will like there was an article in the New York Times about it that just came out, and so just really, really funny. But there was a post on Reddit a few days ago that had a picture of it being towed away, and somebody, it looked like
neutral. I hope.
Yeah, maybe. Are you supposed to put it in neutral when it's on the fucking? See, I don't know. See, I don't know these things. I would have put it in park.
I'm looking for the Instagram, and I
was like, I wonder what you're doing. I'm like, you're so bored.
Yeah, I think they're done with the his account. Like, I can't find it.
Well, I mean,
because my immediate thing is I want to meet up. I want to meet him.
Well, you and everyone else, everyone's like, oh, he's so cool, which is why he literally told the police, he was like, at this point, it's financially irresponsible of me to not do this because because he has like so many followers, and like, he's like, I have to. It's my job. It's my livelihood.
This is where I need to tell on myself a little bit, because I'm selfish in this way where I love like loud cars, loud trains, loud airplanes. I like that. I think it's
5 a.m.
I think it's funny. I don't really care if it wakes me up. I'll just fall back
asleep. Of course.
If it stays out front, like if it's like a leaf blower or something and it's there for a long time. It's just,
like if he's just like warming up the car.
Yeah. But I'm not, you're doing that thing where you're like trying to like, I'm telling you that
look at both sides.
This is no. What I'm saying is that this is not a good thing about me.
Yeah.
But like, I have a hard time not being like, that's awesome.
Well,
that's so funny.
Well, I'm the one who wrote it down. I know it's fucking hilarious.
Because also Seattle, all these people moving to Seattle, and they're moving into neighborhoods where there's already things going on. Like car culture in the Northwest is like a big deal,
Oh, well, fucking idiot car culture in the Northwest is a big deal.
Yeah, there's always been loud And I don't know. There's this thing too where people want to live.
They
want to live in cities.
responsibility.
Listen, people want to live in cities and have all this culture and all these things around them. But the minute any of their neighbors inconvenience them in the slightest, they're like, "This is bullshit." You know.
When you soup your car up to make it sound like a diesel train, I have an issue.
It's
with
an
that.
extreme
I have
example.
an issue with that.
It's an extreme example.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, though.
Because I used to. My school mascot was a caboose. My house lived literally beside the train tracks.
What does that tell your students when your mascot is the caboose? We're like, listen, we're in the back.
We're pulling things. Yeah,
we're not pulling things. No,
we're pushing. We're pushing.
Cabooses don't push. They don't have engines.
I thought it was pushing. I thought it pushed.
No,
it pushed.
Cabooses don't.
It was a caboose.
Mom, help me out here. Tell
How
us.
funky is your chicken? How funky is your chicken?
They're at the end of the train. They're being
pulled.
They're being pulled along.
They're being pulled along.
And also, cabooses, they don't even exist anymore. It doesn't depend. Depend on what?
Wait,
cabooses
a caboose
don't have
doesn't
engines.
exist anymore?
They don't use cabooses anymore. Because trains are so long, usually they have another locomotive on the back too.
And
I wonder what
push.
And the locomotives will push. They mostly pull, but also push.
Okay. So I'm not dumb. I just got a locomotive and a caboose mixed up.
So what's your school mascot? A caboose or a locomotive?
A caboose.
Yeah.
But
How do you feel about loud cars? Because we had that thing with our neighbor, remember?
Yes. They scare me, especially if I'm driving. I'm driving along, minding my own business, usually in the far right lane, and all of a sudden somebody comes. It can be a motorcycle too, and I jump.
Yeah,
but I'm a jumpy person.
Scary.
I'm a jumpy person.
Yeah.
Yep. I get scared.
I know.
But it's kind of live and let live. I mean, they got a noisy
Thank you.
car. I'm glad they're ahead of me and not sneaking up on me anymore.
Because
what if they were your neighbor though?
But there's a give and take because we do things that piss off our neighbors too.
I don't.
Like our
Like,
yard
don't
is
mow our
mostly
yard.
clover, and we
Everything's overgrown.
things are overgrown. Well, I mean it's better than it is. It's easy to mow the front. We got to do the backyard though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm a good neighbor. I don't know what to tell you.
You are a good neighbor.
I'm a good neighbor.
Yeah. Here's the thing. My mom is now handling, not yet, here in a month, it's going to transfer over. And my mom is going to be doing my books for the comedy business. She wanted to do it. It was her idea. I'm also into it. I'm not going to act like I'm like being forced into this. What made you want to do this?
You need help.
Right.
That is the biggest reason, Sam, because I'm sorry, but you're a Sagittarius.
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yes, it does.
That's literally the only fucking answer.
That's
the only answer.
You're a creative person.
Okay.
And keeping records and notes and math.
I'm fine.
It's just not in your DNA.
I'm fine with everything you said except how Sagittarius. Now listen. No. I want all the listeners to understand. First off, if you like astrology, I think it's dope. And if you get something from it, that's awesome. But you can't make business decisions. I don't want you making business decisions based on astrology. Okay.
She's not making business.
She just used it to describe why she took over my comedy business.
She used it to describe who you are.
But that's not who I am.
Yes, it is. It literally is.
Oh my God. No.
Okay. Well, then why did you agree to
Because
it?
this is the thing. Okay, Mom, I love you. I'm going to put you on blast for just a minute.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So my mom is there's like a lot of spiritual stuff going on with my mom. And your base religion is Catholic. That's like the first floor in the foundation.
That's my organized religion.
Your foundation. Yes. But then you have other stuff. And now astrology.
No, I don't. Just in general. This is just a generality. People who are Sagittarius just have too many hats in the air at any one time.
That's good in case Jess needs to wipe her ass. That's why you hang out with me.
Call back.
You know I got so many hats. Yeah, thanks for saying call back.
With a big, there you have a big hat.
And, Sam, I've been on comedy road trips with you, and I don't know how you do this in your head, but at the end of a week or something on the road, you come up with this figure that says, I made X amount of dollars this run.
I know
And
how
I'm
much
thinking,
I made pretty much.
I need to see it written down. I need to see where the money's coming in and the expenses. It's the expenses, of gas, wear and tear on the car, the hotels, the on and on and on of comedy business, plus the advertising to get people to come out to your show.
So,
I want, for me, having it down, keeping track of those things is important going forward.
So what we did is we have an account now. We went to the bank. We have a joint account, and there's going to be a credit card and a debit card attached. And basically all of my comedy expenses are going to be on that credit card.
Yes.
So like flights, and then I'll transfer my
rental cars, gas.
my Venmo, all that stuff will all be coming into that account.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'll have like direct deposit, just like I do on everything. And then what I'll do is I'll pay myself out of that account. I was told that I should do this 3 or 4 years ago, just me, with my mom not involved. But I'm pumped because I think it gives you something to do, and you're good at it.
Poor little Mary. Give her something to do. Poor Mary. She must be so...
She likes it.
Of course she does. But
yes.
That's why it's one of the reasons she wanted to do it. I'm not being mean. Stop trying to nail me to a wall. I'm not being mean.
I did volunteer for this job, and part of it is, I
Keeps
don't
her
know
sharp.
about
you're acting like she is on the decline. And she doesn't have any.
She's not getting any better.
You act like
You can only
you're
coast
acting
down.
like she's like, you're like poor little Mary. I don't know what this. Are you sure she like the way that you're making her sound? Like, can she use a calculator? Are you sure is she
as long as it's
okay
got
with numbers?
the jitterbug.
One of those big ones.
Yeah, she needs some big old buttons. That's what she needs.
A jitterbug calculator.
No, but Jess, it is going to be a challenge. I'm going to learn some new skills, and it's going to be good because all of comedy, especially, it's a family business.
Right.
It truly is. Everybody's involved. Everybody is supporting what Sam wants to do in his
makes me sound
comedy
so
career.
selfish.
No,
You're the star.
Fucking
You're the star.
No.
God, Jess, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You're the star. Just do it already.
God, you're just on one today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. What are you gonna do?
The whole family's involved.
You gonna get QuickBooks and
Yes. QuickBooks, or there's other kinds of computer programs. She has a
new iPad and a new laptop and stuff. Like
if you need
pretty
some,
good at it.
I'm proficient.
I don't want Jess anywhere near my business.
I know, like just to help you like set up QuickBooks if you need help.
See, isn't that nice?
Yeah, she's not coming over to the house.
If you want to do it, if you want to do it like in the front yard. If you want to mow and then and then we can do it in the front yard.
All jokes aside, I'm really excited about it. I think it's really awesome that my mom's going to help me with it.
That can only be a good thing.
The information.
Yeah.
You need the information, and is going to X place really cost effective.
Right. Is this a good idea?
I'm overwhelmed a lot of the time already. And I have been kind of like neglectful. And it sucks because basically what I'm doing is I'm leaving money on the table because with the amount of deductions I have, not only should I'm never going to pay taxes, with how much, unless I start making a shitload of money.
Did it cut that?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
the IRS scares me more than anything.
Yeah.
Right. And it's, what were you just saying? Because I was going to.
Because right now with where I'm at with comedy, like I'm basically just making like middle class income, right? Like I think probably, I'll say it. I think last year I probably made about 60,000, which is about what I made at the shelter before that. I think it's something like that, maybe 50.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
But see, it's the
You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
No, I don't. But I know when I say that, like when I'm out on the road, it's not that hard to figure out how much I'm spending and how much I'm making, right?
Is there
So like every tank of gas is $60. Every t-shirt I sell, I make like $14. So like I look at my merch sales and then I can see I have checks in my hand of how much I made, and I have a general idea of how much I'm spending on food. And so it's easy for me to come back and be like, okay, I was gone for a week. I made like 2 G's, and which is like when I went to Chicago and I'm doing all those corporate gigs and I'm doing shows at night, that was a really good one. So I was gone for a week and I think I made like 35 is what it came down to,
Right. Yeah.
And that's that was like $1,000 of expenses, right? And that's because I'm eating
Is
out.
that
doing
right?
all
I was
that
going to
stuff.
say,
yeah.
but there's just, it can't hurt.
No, it's great. Right. I love it. I want it more detailed. It's going to be awesome. And also, while she's learning this stuff, I'm going to be learning this stuff too.
Is there a little bit of you that's like a little bit worried because if it doesn't make sense, like to go somewhere?
No, because the stuff, okay, so like there's certain times where I go and do a show and my goal isn't to make a bunch of money. Like,
right.
And sometimes it's in the middle where it's like, I really want to do this and I'll make okay money. And sometimes I do shows because I want the money.
Right.
Like there's casino gigs that I do that I don't want to do. There's clubs that like, well, not clubs. I'm not going to mention any names, that I'm like, this is a terrible show. And it pays decent.
How dare you, sir?
And there's a lot of stuff that's in the middle somewhere. And my mom knows that. And it's okay for me to be like, I'm doing this show. Like I'm doing a Don't Tell tonight. And Don't Tell is cool. I like it a lot. It doesn't pay fantastic, It's going to be fine for me just going up to Seattle and doing it, And it's fun. It's sold out. It's going to be at some weird location,
That'll
and
be
that's
fun.
cool. And I'm going to drop by and probably do a showcase spot at Comedy Bar tonight. So I'm fine with it. I'm glad we're talking about it. I don't really care that people know. I'm joking kind of about the Sagittarius stuff, but it does it is wild that I don't think that the month I was born is the reason I'm disorganized.
Well,
I think
it's not
I'm
the month.
disorganized.
The month has nothing to do with it.
Where the planets are.
Ali Bally. Ali Bally.
I am disorganized, but I'm going to say this, and I mean it. Like, one of the things I'm most proud of in the last couple years is how much more organized I've been.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. So what's happening is what you're saying is rubbing up against something that he feels like he's actually gotten better at, and we're hurting your feelings. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that.
That made it way worse.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Another note, I have been doing yoga again.
Well, you seem very zen.
I'm not. You know what's crazy?
I know you need to go fucking namaste some shit real quick.
No. This is the funniest thing is that I used to do yoga and I would listen to really nice music and I'd go outside and stare at the trees, and I'm still doing that every once in a while. But now a lot of times I'm just doing in front of the TV and half watching basketball while I'm doing yoga.
Man.
And I'm not doing the meditation part, but I'm going to switch that up. But what's dope is I'm doing cardio one day. I did cardio yesterday. I'm doing yoga today. Cardio, yoga. Oh. And I actually feel last night when I laid down, I was like, oh my God, I think this is the healthiest I've ever been.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Izzy told me last night that she couldn't imagine me running. She was like, I can't picture
I've told
it.
you before that I think if you run as fast as you can, that you
I'll pick up.
You might fly.
It's very dangerous.
And you're gonna whistle.
Yeah.
So
I actually will sound louder than the Hellcat.
You know what you're gonna sound like? Do you remember how you had that stupid roof thing on your car?
Yeah,
and we were driving because you can't find the key to get it off. And
that car that I can't drive.
The car that you can't drive, it's not whistling anymore.
Wah, wah, wah.
You got a kid that had a birthday?
No.
What is this? Why does it say this?
Okay, so yesterday Abby and I, don't judge me, but she drove with me to the pot shop, and which is fine. She's 13. She can sit in the car. It's not a big deal. It's legal. Okay, it's no different than going to Fred Meyer. Anyway, except she can't go in. I said, don't judge me. Why are you judging me? Anyway, it gets worse. So Abs, we were in the car, and I hope she's not here.
You don't know where she is.
She doesn't listen to the podcast.
Doesn't matter.
It's fine. And we're in the car, and we're just driving, and she's like, Mom, she's like, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, like, what's up? What's going on, kiddo? And she's like, I don't even know how to say this, honestly.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, it's fine. Like, what's going on? And she's like, I really want to try an edible.
Oh, geez. She's 13, right?
I'm like, I was thinking like I'm like, what?
Man.
What?
What are you going to do?
Probably not drive her to the pot shop again.
Probably not the best.
What a horrendous influence.
Yeah. I think about that sometimes with.
What about
Lisa.
influence I am?
No, I'm not going to go into it. I don't know. I wouldn't, but you're.
No, she's 13. Are you kidding me?
No. I don't mean the edible. I wouldn't drive with her because that.
Oh.
The whole like do as I say and not as I do. I have to worry about that with my kids and stuff. Not around substances, but just like shortcuts that I take, you know. My mom, you're not super open about your prior substance use.
It's nobody's business.
Yeah. So before my mom was my mom, she did. And when's the
She
last
said
time?
it's nobody's business, and Sam's like, all right, here it is.
No. When's the last time you drank?
Probably maybe about
Some wine at Paul's.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When I go to Italy, I always have a little sip of my sister's wine just to taste it. No big deal. So I guess it was back in October.
I can talk about this when we went to Alaska. That was the only time I've ever seen you under the influence. I've seen you under the influence one time, and it was on a boat up in Alaska, and you drank a lot of wine.
My
And
kids
it wasn't even you were not out of control.
So what? Hold on. So what does that have to do with me driving my kid to the?
I'm talking about boundaries between parents and kids around substances, and like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, because it's so hard to have them understand like your relationship, because you can use.
So for me, I think that because my kids have seen me as a raging alcoholic, that I want to make sure that they understand that there is like this pot that I smoke is not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's hard when they're young though. I don't know what to do.
Well, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just telling a funny story.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was a funny story.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling like an asshole. Jesus Christ. Like a bad parent.
So
I just thought it was
when
really
I was
funny.
a kid. So here's the thing. When I was a kid, my dad drank at this place called the Graham Tavern. Mm-hmm. And he would say that he was going in there for a quick soda.
Yeah.
Is what he would say. And I know I'm talking about family stuff. My mom is not super pumped right now. But it wasn't soda, and he was in there a long time.
Right.
And
well, exactly. And like, that's the shit that I don't want there to be a stigma on what mom is doing.
This is me defending
and
you.
So,
that you're not doing that. And you know what's weird is it made sense when you said that thing my kids have never seen me drunk. I got sober before I met Brittany, and this is not, we're in a different situation, right?
Yeah.
So they've seen you be drunk and scary, and they're worried about you. And now being like, this is me calmly going to the pot shop.
Right. Like,
because they know that you use marijuana. But the only concern about that is it like, I don't know. It's weird because I think you should be honest with your kids. Right. But also like, I don't know. So I don't know what, like I said, I'm not going to talk about Brittany or my mom or like, obviously I'm totally sober. I don't know.
I'm totally sober. I'm sober too.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about because Brittany goes out. Brittany goes out and drinks sometimes, but I don't think she's been drunk in forever. She used to drink more when we first got together.
Yeah, I don't blame her. No.
Yeah.
But like, so to me, like that would be like, okay, like if you just went, maybe, I don't know, I guess, maybe you just shouldn't leave your kids in the car.
I think kids and substances, especially at a younger age, aren't a good mix because their brain is under development. And I think substances can really interfere with
no. I'm not talking
development.
about doing drugs as a child.
Yeah.
No.
Just being around it.
I'm talking about, all I am talking about is like making sure that my kids know that me smoking pot is no different than like regular people drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
And like
And
people,
you're
you could,
certainly old enough.
yes, like I can, I can go into a restaurant and get a drink.
Right.
Like I can, so like,
It's legal.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a totally normal and natural thing for me to do. There are stores everywhere. I can pop into one in just 1 second. Sorry, you can't go because you're not 21. But like, it's just like I can't take you into a bar.
Yeah.
But like, I want to make sure that it is as normal as possible because I don't want them to think that I am doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there is a stigma. And I don't want there to be that.
My thing is I have to separate myself because like that is a difference between me and you.
You have a different relationship with it.
Because weed is just a rung on the same ladder to me. So like if I say this all the time, but like if I smoke weed, it really makes me want to drink.
Right.
And if I drink, then it's done. You know, and I used to do, and I have that history of like getting out of rehab and getting out of jail and being like, I'm just gonna smoke a little bit of weed.
Yeah.
And it's weird. And I think, you know, what's funny is as I'm sitting here next to my mom, when I say that, she remembers when I would be like that.
Yeah.
But other folks are different with it. And I've learned that over time. You know, I was hanging out with Mark. He was on the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And because I have a joke where I kind of make fun of weed and like medical weed and how there was people that I used to smoke pot with every day and we would have all these weird codes and rituals and shit. And then like one of my friends, I remember one day I was like, hey man, let's go partake in some chronification, you know? And then one day I went over to his house and I was like, hey man, let's get high on that Indo Kush, you know? And he's like, it's cannabis and it's my medicine. And like it switched from that because like most things, the truth is somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Like it does have medicinal qualities. And for all I know, like, it's funny because you talk about how like substances.
I go over to June's house and help her make her salve.
Yeah.
I mean,
and also I used to take Ritalin when I was a kid, which is a drug and changed who I was. And I don't know, maybe, I don't know, whatever.
I mean, it's no different than like, you know, I look at people who, you know, when I was serving, you know, and people who can go to dinner and have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And then start to feel a little.
We're together on that.
Yeah. Like they start to feel a little tingly and they start to feel a little silly and then they stop fucking drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
they actually leave some at the bottom.
Yeah,
of the
and
glass.
like, and I'm like, like I've like poured people's drinks out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm starting to feel. I'm like, that's for me. Like,
What are you
that's the
doing?
part where you start drinking
Yes.
more. You're
Yeah.
like, don't you want to feel that? Like,
Don't you want to go to the moon?
like I'm like, if you feel that way from one drink, imagine how you can feel after two.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
but
then you're off to the races.
but I don't.
When you first told the story, I thought you were concerned, but now I know that it's
No,
not
it was
like
just
a
as
concern.
silly. I thought she
No,
would.
I
I
got
thought she was going to tell me she wanted to go on birth control. I thought she wanted to start using tampons. I don't know, but like she just said she wanted to try an edible, and it blew my mind because it's Abby,
Yeah.
and Abby is my Deborah.
Yeah.
Like we've called her Deborah since she was like 2. Deborah from accounting.
Oh, okay.
And because she's our straight
What's
shoot.
that reference to?
I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
Like, because she's just she's just like a straight shooter. She's just like very by the book.
What an awesome
Yeah.
opportunity for an honest conversation.
Yeah. And I told her, I'm like, absolutely not, kiddo.
Because
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank you. And she's like, like, thank you for talking to me. Thank you for coming to me with this.
Yeah.
Like, what are you looking for out of it? Because I'm like, what do you think? I was like, if you did an edible, like, what do you think would happen? Like, how are you, what? And she's like, well, honestly, I kind of just want to know what it feels like to be high. And I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, turn the car around.
That's like an honest.
100%.
Yeah, that's dope that your kid could be that.
Yeah.
Yes. I was really proud of her.
That's great.
Both my boys, and my mom knows this and Brittany knows this, I have a conversation with them probably every 3 or 4 months. Anytime alcohol or drugs come up, I say, hey, you are going to be men in this family. And I go on my dad's side and my mom's side. There's people that struggle on my mom's side too.
Yeah.
But everybody on my dad's side, every man that I know that's a Miller, uncles, my dad, my brother, grandpas, as far back as we know, we are all alcoholics. And once we start drinking as young people, eventually we either figure it out and stop, or it wrecks us. Yeah. And I tell them, I go, so you have an awesome opportunity having to never use it at all.
Right.
But just know if you do use it, like you have such more of a high risk. And the same thing with any substance, you know?
Yeah.
And I just try to be honest with them, because the thing is, though, the last thing you want to do is be like, don't ever do it. Like try to scare them into that shit don't work.
Yeah. No, I was proud of her. It was funny. It was my little baby. And I trust that
I think it's wonderful that she can talk with you so openly.
Right.
I think that's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. I'm not going to give her any marijuana. And I also told her, I was like, I did tell her though, I was like, maybe don't start with an edible.
Yeah.
Like maybe don't.
Like,
I was like, because I was like, those might kick in like 45 minutes or 3 to 4 days. You don't really know.
You know what's wild is I remember the first time I actually smoked pot, I was in like 7th grade, and it didn't really I think it was just really shitty weed, and I don't think we were doing it right. Mm-hmm. But the next time I smoked pot, like weed was the first thing that I really fell in love with. I was smoking weed before I was drinking, Okay. It was weed, drinking, psychedelics, and then cocaine, methamphetamine. Like that's just the way it went for me.
That was your road.
Yeah, that was my road. I wrote jokes. We got to get out. We got to go to Winco.
We got to go to Winco.
I want you to do the first one because you'll see. Oh yeah, Zach made the theme song. I think he used AI to make a theme song.
He made the most amazing theme song.
And he wants to debut it.
That was incredible.
Yeah, so he's going to edit it in.
Here's our theme song.
Here is our theme song for Jokes by Sam.
You probably don't need to say that. He could probably just. It's time for jokes.
In a little podcast world where laughter's all around, there's a comedian named Sam making jokes that astound. He writes them every week for the Tarp Report show, and Jes and reads them. It's a funny one to blow.
I hope you enjoyed the theme song. He edits our stuff. He's a sweetheart. Okay, joke number 1. So much fun after this one is done.
Well, I was watching porn one time. I heard a leaf blower in the background, and I was like, oh, is the gardener going to join them? It turns out it was just really cheap pornography.
You could just hear a leaf blower in the background of the porn, like they were just filming it at this house, and the guy was like gardening. That's like he was like, and I was like, what the hell?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought
so
that
you're
it was
just
like
telling
part
a
of it.
story.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry. I hit the wrong button. Oh God, I just deleted.
Oh wait. No way.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
No, I did not.
What did you hit?
I didn't hit anything.
Oh my God. Wait, it just updated. Oh, wait, did you pin them?
I don't know what I didn't do anything.
Oh my God.
I think they're gone.
One joke by
No, go back to your docs. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, they are gone.
How do you delete so easily? It didn't ask.
Did you archive?
I didn't
archive it. How do I say that?
You're acting like I just
wait,
like.
No, it's okay. Wait, archive. Did they get archived? Oh, they got archived.
Oh man.
Oh
Like,
my God.
I didn't.
Okay, it's all right. We
Jeez,
figured it out.
Louise.
Okay.
Two
Joke
jokes
two.
by Sam.
Almost lost it.
Number
all.
2.
Jesus Christ.
Are
Okay,
we
go.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't name it diseases after people that get them. I feel bad for the Lou Gehrig's of the world. Him and Frederick AIDS.
Mr. AIDS.
Frederick AIDS.
Wait this way, Mr. AIDS.
You not like that one? You shouldn't name
I-
diseases after
yes.
people that get them.
Yeah.
I would not.
What if his name
want-
was
Frederick AIDS?
What if his name was HIV AIDS?
what?
HIV AIDS.
Have AIDS? Frederick has AIDS.
It was spelled HIV.
Oh, HIV AIDS.
HIV AIDS.
HIV AIDS. Yeah,
Mr.
it's like
Mr. Hiv.
Frederick.
First name
Spanish.
AIDS. It's yeah.
HIV AIDS. Anyway,
Okay.
That was fucking dumb.
Try
it really
another
was.
one.
but to be honest, I inspired it.
Number 3.
What do you mean try another one, Mom? They're not that bad. I was actually pretty happy with these ones.
I'm sad they retired the space shuttle, but at least now the space shuttle can do what it wants to do, like order stuff off the senior menu at Denny's and question the scientific principles of climate change.
That one's, I like that one.
Yeah, yeah. It's about
Yeah.
it.
That one's okay.
They don't do the space shuttle anymore?
No, space shuttle's been gone for a while. Yeah, they when the Challenger
Okay.
what was the last one? No, it was one of them. Yeah,
Is that
one blew up in the 80s and one blew up in the early 2000s, and they were done.
Okay.
God, I wish I were a smarter person.
You're
God,
just-
I
you're
wish
busy.
I was smarter.
You're busy wiping your butt with hats.
No, I didn't know any of it.
I want to start with a warning. This is a real groaner coming up.
Okay.
It's not that bad at all.
Number
This is a
4.
true story.
True story.
A tweaker dude in Northern California went to prison for stealing beehives. I guess that's one way to catch a buzz.
Jesus. Wow. Wow.
4 jokes by Sam.
By Sam.
See,
I
he made
archived.
a theme song. Dude, what
We
else
have
is in
a
my
theme
archives?
song. What are you
No,
talking
I mean, I
about?
had a jokes theme song. Oh, Steve's calling too. Which is perfect
Steve.
timing.
Steve.
Thank you for listening to the Tarp Report. Mom, do you have anything
Like,
you want to
comment,
plug?
and share.
What's your website? Do you have any shows coming up?
What's your Instagram and Twitter
What's your
handle?
Instagram handle?
No, I don't have any.
What's your QuickBook password?
Don't have QuickBooks yet.
Yet.
Thank you
Okay.
for being on the podcast, Mom. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. Thank
Good
you.
job by you,
It was
Jess.
fun.
Thank
It was
you, you too.
fun.
I had a good time.
Hey, now to Winco.
Yeah, I'll see you tonight too, probably. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
it's Friday.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
In a little podcast world where laughter's all around, there's a comedian named Sam making jokes that astound. He writes them every week for the Tarp Report show, and Jes and reads them. It's a funny one to blow. Sam's words are like magic, they make people smile. With clever puns and one-liners, they'll have you laughing a mile. He crafts jokes so clever, with wit and sass, just brings them to life, delivering punchlines in a flash. They're the joke machine, a dynamic duo. Can't you see? Spreading laughter and joy through the airwaves and TV. Sam and Jes, they're a comedy dream team, making us laugh with their podcast supreme. And TV, Sam and Jes, they're a comedy dream team, making us laugh.